Saints Director of Scouting Rick Reiprish is a busy man this time of year, and like many in the organization, has learned to do his job without Sean Payton. How is the dynamic different without having Sean to maybe pick his brain with during this process?
Well, I mean, Sean adds so much to the process when it comes down to it, as any head coach would, in an organization. You just don't have anybody that's leading the ship.
What are you looking for here?
The thing we always talk about, what role a player is going to have for us when we do decide to draft the guy. It's perfectly clear to all of our, personnel people, scouts, and everything else. So we kind of know what the coaches are looking for. So yeah, with Sean not being there, it's a little different.
Reiprish will have to trust his instincts at this week's East-West Shrine game, a setting that's had its share of saintly success stories. Can you remember any Saints success story from the East-West Shrine game? A guy that you got here that's in a Saints uniform now that you found here?
Absolutely, Akeem Hicks, the defensive lineman we drafted last year. So yeah, that was a pretty good hit for us because he's turned out to be a pretty good player. Lots
of successful East-West Shrine game graduates take last year. You had former Georgia kicker Blair Walsh. Now, he struggled in the Outback Bowl, missed some kicks, but came here, had a good week, and boy, it paid off. He was a 6th-round pick of the Minnesota Vikings and is now a Pro Bowler. Fast forward a year later, you have Florida kicker Caleb Sturgis, who can only hope history repeats itself.
So I know he was a great kicker, so I didn't look much into his senior year. I knew he'd end up in the NFL. And that's where I want to end up. The biggest thing here is getting your name mentioned amongst the teams. I think the biggest thing will be the combine and the personal workouts.
Kickers are always a crapshoot on draft day. Quarterbacks can be too. Louisiana, well represented in that department. You have Southeastern Louisiana's Nathan Stanley in attendance, along with La Tech's Colby Cameron, who's making up for lost time in front of the Pro Scouts. You guys didn't play in a bowl game. Is this kind of like your personal bowl game?
Definitely, yeah. It's just another opportunity to play because we didn't get that one in the bowl game. So it's just fun to be out here and slinging around a little bit.
The Ragin' Cajuns, on the other hand, have enjoyed lots of bowl success. And this week in St. Petersburg, its linebacker Melvin White is hoping to build off a great career in Lafayette. What do you think you have to show these guys this week?
Oh, that I can play, that I can compete with anybody, that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get on the field.
Is it different with all the guys looking at you in the sidelines? You got to block that out.
Oh, nah, no pressure.
Vatech receiver Marcus Davis also has something to prove. This fall in Blacksburg, the Hokies offense struggled. Now it's time for a second chance. So the offense struggled a little bit this year. Is this kind of a do-over for you?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, it's another audition for me. So I get to go out, I have another chance, and I just thank God, I was blessed with this opportunity.
So who knows where these stars of the class of 2013 will shine? Maybe with the Saints. But if you think they're going to show us their hand, think again. The so-called experts would say you guys are going to draft defense. Would they be right?
I don't know about the experts. I can't tell you. I mean, there's a lot of experts in our business.
Let the guessing game begin. In St. Petersburg, Florida, Mike Neighbors, CST Tonight.